Thursday, this wonderful day of giving and generosity. I'm Staci Bruce with the Giving Tuesday team. It's a pleasure meeting everyone. And if you're just joining us, we're now in our Give to Support Families Hour. I have three amazing leaders who are leading movements in their respective communities. They use the megaphone of Giving Tuesday to amplify awareness of their organization and their timely cause areas. These individuals are part of our network of what we call community campaign leaders. They work with a network of people and/or like-minded organizations towards a specific cause. I'm going to let these amazing leaders introduce themselves so you can hear a little bit more about their work. So I'm going to pass the mic on to Aisha. Aisha, why don't you kick us off?
Thanks so much. My name is Aisha Charves, and I am based out of Santa Cruz, California. I'm with the Volunteer Center of Santa Cruz County. And we have a huge Adopt a Family program that brings together over 25 other nonprofits that are helping low-income folks in our area. We bring not only gifts for kids, but also for the whole family. And this year, there's been a lot of stress on making sure that we are providing enough food and gift cards to folks, because with all of the expenses going up at the grocery store, it's really impacted a lot of our low-income families in Santa Cruz. And we're really trying to bring them the whole holiday experience. It's really fun because it gives locals a chance to also support local families in the area.
Great, thanks. And Kris, over to you.
Hi, I'm Christopher Kelly, and we're with the San Diego Seniors Community Foundation, obviously located in San Diego. And this year, we're doing the No Senior Loan campaign. This is our third year participating with Giving Tuesday and No Senior Loan. And there's 125,000 senior orphans. These are older adults who don't have family. Maybe the family moved away. Maybe they never had kids. Maybe they're widowed. And so what we're doing is we're making sure that no senior spends a holiday alone in San Diego. So we are raising money and gifting it back to different senior organizations here in town and senior centers so that we can spread holiday cheer and throw huge holiday celebrations so these seniors have a place to go to spend the holidays. And that's what we're up to. And we're very excited about having numerous sponsors coming on board this year in the Giving Tuesday program. So thank you.
Thank you, thank you. And from the West Coast, let's go over to some colder weather. Tasha?
Yes, from the Midwest. Hi, hello, I'm Dr. Tasha Green-Cruzat. I'm president for Children's Advocates for Change. We are a nonpartisan statewide child advocacy organization, and we focus on health, economic security, family and community and education. And so we want to make sure that we have the best possible policies for our children. It's important for us to look at the data we collected. We take data from the Census Bureau, we take it from our state agencies, and we look at that information. But we do it with a racial equity lens. It's important that when we collect the data that we disaggregate it by race, and that we tell the story. And so telling the story is not just reporting the data, but it's also putting some faces. So taking some testimonies and really lifting the voices from the field, from the communities. We know that children cannot vote. So we are their voice. So we want them to have the best public policies that there are. So our campaign is focused on making sure that we are doing the good work in Illinois and talking to our legislators, talking to our policymakers, making sure that we are training our youth. So we have a wonderful youth advocacy organization program where we train our youth to talk about some of the most pressing issues in their community and teach them how to talk about those issues to their elected officials so that even though they may not be able to vote, they can still bring their issues. And so we teach them how to give them the research skills and all of the advocacy skills, and they go out there and they can also advocate for their cause.
Thank you, Tasha. And for those who are just tuning in, we're in our Give to Families Hour, and Tasha's Children's Advocate for Change is actually one of our neophyte campaigns. They just joined as a campaign leader 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Kris and San Diego Foundation, you've now been with us, I believe, 3 years, lost count at some point. And Aisha Volunteer Center has been with us. You're the senior of this group, so been with us a while. It's a really great mix, a really great mix. So let's move on to our questions here. Aisha, want everyone to talk about the campaign and Giving Tuesday. Speak more about, outside of donating to nonprofits, what can we be doing to support families each and every day?
That's such a great question. At the Volunteer Center of Santa Cruz County, we really encourage people to be involved every day, all year round, not just in our adoptive family program at the holidays. If somebody is local to Santa Cruz County, they can go onto our website and look, but you can do this anywhere you are in America. You can look for where you can volunteer to help families. We have a great gift giving guide on our website that actually allows folks to go and look at 5 easy ways to make an impact. And a lot of things we're encouraging folks to do is go to someone you know who's maybe in need in your neighborhood, someone who's in your faith-based community that you know is in need, go to a local shelter for people who are unhoused and donate directly or volunteer directly. If you don't have funds, your time is still really, really valuable to help other people and make them feel honored and a part of the community. There's ways you can get involved, with money. If you live far, a lot of adoptive family campaigns, ours and others, have a way to donate online through their Amazon wish list, but you can also go on and see what you can do online from home. Every year we usually do design a gift bag for folks, and you can send them back to us, or just looking into ways you can get involved in grassroots organizations in your neighborhood that help your neighbors and people who you run into every day on the street or the grocery store. There's so many ways to give back that aren't just monetary.
I love that you added the Amazon wish list there, because for a lot of people, that's an easy lift. They already have the app. I know you guys are already purchasing something for yourself. So it's just an easy click and to buy something for someone else and to give back.
2 years ago, we were able to expand our wait list. We have a wait list of like 100 right now, families really in need. We've had a lot more immigrant and refugee families sign up this year. We have a bunch of folks who are from Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, and Ukraine who are still on our wait list. And when people go to the Amazon wish list, it makes a huge difference, because I've had a few influencers on Instagram share our wish list, and we were able to expand just based on them. 2 years ago, we were able to expand by another 100 families. So we're hoping for that this year.
Great. Hoping for that too as well. And Kris, families have been hit hard the past few years, COVID, policy failures. How is the social sector working towards solving issues that impact seniors specifically?
Well, there's a gap. And so that's why we exist. We're trying to build infrastructure for aging, at least here in San Diego, to be duplicated throughout the rest of the country and maybe the world. We're the first community foundation that's actually focused on senior issues in the whole entire country, as far as we know. And we want to ensure that every senior has a place to turn to and trust. And so during this, as you could imagine, seniors were isolated during COVID. Just think all of us maybe had our families to spend time with, but just imagine you don't know how to use technology. You're alone in your apartment. You're afraid to go to the grocery store because of COVID. So this is a really important time to re-engage with seniors. Technology is huge. Transportation is huge. And now with the cost of living on fixed incomes, this is where we want everyone to check in on your senior neighbor, check in on your family and friends. And guess what, guys? Everyone's going to be a senior one day if you're lucky. We're all going to get old. No one's escaped it yet. Some people in Hollywood maybe have some good surgeons, but they're still older. So we urge everyone to check in on your neighbor. And our big bet is the senior center. We believe that senior centers should be innovated, and we should translate them into more uplifting, innovative centers. They'll be the hub in every single community where seniors can go to not just play bingo, but to engage in the class, dancing, fitness, financial health, and also be the place to turn to for every senior to turn to and trust, because there is really no true north for us to get information. So you can go to the senior center and get verified and valued information, get connected to programs and services that seniors apply for. And then also, lastly, people like me and you on the phone, people who have kids and also taking care of your parents. We're the sandwich generation. And so this puts a big strain on families because we're working our day jobs, taking care of our kids and our parents. It's a lot of strain on that employee. So we're looking to corporations to, think about the employee and maybe put parents on as dependents. And so that's where the social sector is failing, is that there's a lot of pressure, not just on the senior itself, but also the family who care about that senior. And that's why we exist. And we can do this because together we can have a place to turn to and trust.
I love that. I love talking to people from different cause areas because I'm always learning something new. And that, it seems so simple and obvious, but never occurred to me why aren't seniors a part of your care and health plan? That's just a given.
And again, and for us, less than 3% of charitable dollars go towards seniors. So any amount, $5, $10, anything goes a long way because it really isn't focused on. We're not kids, we're not puppies. So it's exciting time for us, and we're going to make aging a really good place. We're all aging well, and healthcare is great. So we're living to 120 and beyond. So we better get good at aging. We have this big boom of seniors coming, and we're not ready for it. So join me and the rest of St.
A slight plug here, and I'm aging myself, but I got my AARP newsletter in the mail of the day, and I'm embracing it. I'm ready. It's exciting. I'm reading through it. I'm like, wait, there's tons of things I could be doing. So yeah,
it's a good time.
Good time. Thank you, Kris. Tasha, Giving Tuesday and campaigns and like yours exist to build the world we all imagine to be possible. What's your vision for a future society that's built on generosity?
Well, Staci, I truly believe that it takes a village in order to ensure that our kids are healthy, safe, and well educated. So I must say, no amount is too small. I think a lot of times that we think that we can't make a difference unless we have a boatload of money or if we're a known philanthropist. And that is not true. Every dollar counts. Every dollar matters. When you think about nonprofits, we're not there to make money, right? The money goes to the cause. And so just think about that. And think about just sort of having a little skin in the game, because we're all here to take care of each other. We're all here to help. And I just imagine a world where we truly care about each other and no amount is too small. And we truly believe that. And we own it. And we take that to that nonprofit, that is doing the great work for everyone, right? For all of our children.
Love it. Thank you, Tasha. Thank you. So, hey, folks, again, if you're tuning in, it's Family Giving Hour on Giving Tuesday. Aisha, Kris, Tasha, do you have any closing thoughts or advice, creative or accessible ways for those who want to give back to your cause?
I do want to mention again that you and your whole family can go out and volunteer. The holidays are a great time to take some time and go down and volunteer at some place local that helps your neighbors in need, maybe the food bank. If you want more ideas, feel free to check out our 5 ways to make an impact that the Volunteer Center has on our website. Every time that you volunteer, we keep track of how many hours, your hours are valuable. And if you're worth $15 an hour at minimum in California, we've raised over $17 million in donations from people's time, because that has value. And you and your family or you by yourself can all go out and make a difference just by helping others in person if possible.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah. And over here, just check in on your neighbors, your older neighbors. If you have parents or if you know of a neighbor, introduce them to the senior center. Go check out what happens behind the 4 doors of that senior center and see all the cool stuff that's actually happening. It's no longer the senior center of yesteryear. Some great stuff's happening there. So go check that out. And then also during the holidays, write handwritten notes to seniors. They love it. If you have a neighbor, drop it off. That can go a long way. And so we're excited to hear about all the stories of how you helped your older neighbors.
And at Children's Advocates for Change, we want to hear your story. We want to amplify your voice. We want to understand what's going on with in your community, what's going on in your family, what are you struggling with, what help do you need, so that we can be able to pull this information and do our research and report the data and talk to our legislators and talk to our policymakers and make sure that we're having the best possible policies, good sound policies, non-racist policies for everyone. And so, I just really encourage you to communicate with us. We want to know what's going on. That's what we're here for. We don't know. We can't tell the stories from our computer. We have to go out there. We have to hear the voices. We have to talk to people, and just don't be afraid to just, call us up, contact us. We want to hear your voice.
That's awesome. Amazing, amazing. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. My team, we all appreciate you being here today, the work that you do, the causes that you stand for. I and my team are looking forward to hearing more and following your campaigns on social media. Thank you, everyone out there, for joining us. I hope you learned something today. Hope you take some action, and happy Giving Tuesday. Bye.
Happy Giving Tuesday. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.